Okay, I've got another new student today. This is Darcey. Darcey's a rescue, so I think her background's a little bit sort of unknown. But basically, all we need to worry about is now. It doesn't matter what's happened in the past because they don't hold on to that. They will repeat behaviours because it's conditioned, but they don't feel sorry for themselves, and we don't need to feel sorry for them either. If we feel sorry for them, we tend to come out with a weaker type of soft energy, and that's not what they need. What they need is clear, calm, strong, confident leadership. As long as they've got that, they won't make decisions themselves and they won't be nervous or anxious because they know they're safe. Okay, so what we've got here with Darcey is very nervous reactive. So she's had a couple of behaviourists already, and they've not worked, basically. And one of them didn't even take Darcey on a walk. She didn't even do any walk work with her because I think her advice was there's nothing you can do for the dog, she's aggressive and you need to get rid of her. Not the case at all, so I don't know what this woman was seeing because I didn't see that. I just saw a very nervous reactive dog. So a nervous reactive dog is a dog that has the potential to bite and to do what you really don't want it to do because it's reacting, it's panicking, fight or flight. It's an animal. Your dog is an animal. We love them, we treat them like kids, but they are animals. Fight or flight, okay? So they're backed into a corner, they'll either run or they'll fight, all right? When a dog gets put with a family, they have a new home, it doesn't matter how much we love them and how much we care for them and how much we want to play with them and buy them all the lovely things that the pet shops sell. Underneath it all, they're still a dog, and they've still got individual characters. Not always breed specific, but they do have their individual characters. And with a nervous dog, a dog that doesn't know what to do, doesn't know how to react, but feels threatened, nervous, anxious, most of the time, if they don't see somebody taking control in a calm way, they will think that they've got to do it. A dog will take on that role if it doesn't see somebody else doing it. It's the survival instinct that makes them do that. So even though they're not equipped to make the decisions, they will still take on that role if they don't see somebody else doing it. Someone's got to. And they will look after the new family because the new family is their pack. Safety in numbers. So the dogs will want to stick together, they will want to do what they think they need to do to keep the pack safe, to keep them safe. But with a nervous reactive dog, they go into panic mode and they react and they do things we don't want them to do. All right, and this is what's happening with Darcey. So when she's at home in the garden, she barks a lot. She very much runs backwards and forwards along the fence, the perimeter. She's collie cross, all sorts, I think. Collie cross Alsatian. I don't know, her tail's pretty... Oh, she's gorgeous. She's got the whole mask. She's got a bit of a foxy look to her. So, yeah, she's clued up. She's clued up. She's quick thinking. And this is what's happening. So it's about calming the body language down, with the owner calming the body language down to let Darcey know that she's got some reassurance, that she's got someone she can rely on, that she's not with... you know, a pack that are nervous reactive themselves. Once she sees somebody else taking over, Darcey can be like, oh, thank God for that, I can retire because I'm really not up to this. I cannot run this company, but she thinks she's got to because she's not seeing the body language with the people she lives with. And there's also children in the house as well. Obviously the kids, they love to play with the dogs, and they will get that, they will get that with Darcey. But at the moment we need to try and limit the playtime, because playtime is fast movements, heightened state of mind, and at the moment we want to get Darcey out of that habit. We don't want her in the habit of being like that. We need to get her out of that, and then we can teach her that play does mean play. It doesn't mean that the rest of the pack are nervous reactive. So there's some people just up on the path behind me which she's noticed, so she keeps on a little look round. So this is my first day with her. I picked her up this morning, and this is my first lead work. Now on the lead, she's a bit of a nightmare here, because most dogs are when they're nervous reactive especially. They're trying to control the walk, make the right decisions to keep everybody safe and alive. You know, it's all very dramatic. I always say that, it's always very dramatic. It's life and death, but they're animals, and it really is that. That's their drive, that's their instinct. It's the way they work, the way their minds work. So the first walk, okay. So lots and lots of constant checks. Very often with the school days, I tend to video the dogs when, you know, when we've got a calmer state of mind and a better walk. But I think it's probably more helpful to actually show you at the beginning so that you can see I am constantly giving these checks on the lead, constantly communicating. The checks are a communication. So it's not like spend 5 minutes giving her these checks on the lead and then she'll walk calmly at your side. It's about controlling the mind, conditioning the mind to get out of this reactive nervous mode and take your leadership, walk with you, go at your pace, look at your body language, tune into you, focus on you, and that's what we're needing to get her to do. So it's not about teaching the dog a nice trick to walk at your side, it's about where their head's at, and that's my approach. Okay, so you can buy all the contraptions in the world to supposedly stop your dog from pulling. Physically, you may be able to restrain the dog, but mentally you won't have achieved anything at all. And you will still have an anxious, nervous, unhappy dog. So I just say, let's work with the mind. Let's do what the dogs would do. Work on their wavelength. They're good enough that they fit in with us on the human level, so it's the least we can do. If we have a nervous dog, the least we can do is to tune into their canine language and try and help them, you know, in a language they understand. So the pack walk will be where the rest of the dogs walk with the alpha at the alpha's pace, stop when the alpha stops, go to the toilet, basically leave their scent when the alpha says so, not when they please. There's no need for a dog to be constantly sniffing everywhere and leaving its scent. They wouldn't naturally do it. It's not always safe to leave their scent. So we don't need to do that with these. So I'm just working on this lead walk now, lots of checks. It's hard to show you the lead. It's good that she keeps turning round. So, she looked up then. So every now and then, she's probably done about 4 times now, she's had a little look up at me. That's when the dog's tuning into you, asking for leadership, actually acknowledging you, and that's what we want. We don't want her making her own decisions here. She needs to be looking at what I'm doing and listening to what I'm telling her. Taking leadership, basically. So, you can see the lead, it's quite jerky, short jerky movements up, and then in a way I punch my hand straight back down because I need her to get that relaxed part of the lead. At the same time I don't let her put her head down and sniff. So we are getting some nice relaxed bits of the walk here. I was hoping these people would catch me up, but they're not. Anyway, so I'm getting nice relaxed bits, but you can see the movement is quite short and sharp with my hand. It's not a slow pull up, it's quite jerky up, and her hand goes straight back down so she gets that loose part of the lead. That's the bit that they learned from. That's the bit that we really, really need. And it's hard when you have a strong dog, but that's why the movement up has to be short and sharp so that you get the opportunity to push your hand straight back down and get that loose part of the lead. So we're doing well here. She's getting there. She is nervous reactive, yeah, no doubt about it. She is on quite a high level of that. So I'm just going to carry on with this. When she's harmed a little bit, hopefully we're going to pass, you know, some people, because she's very reactive to other dogs, and some people she really reacts to, other people she doesn't. So it's all about walking with her, hopefully meeting lots of different people, and just gradually getting her to pay more attention to me throughout these situations. And then I'm going to do some long line work with her so that she'll have that freedom of movement, but I still want her to be paying attention to me. And then later on I'm hoping to do a little walk with, I think it'll just be Roscoe today, because what she needs is a calm, unreactive energy, and that's my boy Roscoe. He's the one that'll really make a difference with her. So that's what I plan to do with her this afternoon. She can meet the love of my life, Roscoe, and he'll help her no end. I think actually what I'm going to do is turn round and walk towards these people behind me. So I probably won't talk so much when I get close to him, but I will just keep filming so that you can see what Darcey's response is. Okay, and then hopefully by the end of the day we can be walking past people and you can see a totally different response. Okay, so people just there in front, her ears are pricked. So these checks on the lead are going to be constant now, like this. Constant. I'm going to throw in the sound every now and then again as well. So I expect you to really sort of exhibit extreme behaviour at this point, because it's the first walk with her, and there's two little dogs here and people, so this is when we're going to get the worst of her, I think. So this will be good if I can try and film it for you. Okay. Morning. So keep the steady forward pace no matter what she's doing. That's steady forward pace. Give and take, constant give and take on that lead. There we go. Okay, so that is what we want to improve later on. Just keep that steady forward pace no matter what they do. We have to walk them through it. As soon as you stop, you make it worse. And I'm getting relaxed parts on the lead already, so that's good. Lovely. All right, catch up with you later.